how did it go, and then using also this Libra Compass program.
Good. Okay, perfect. Okay, now changing a little bit. What do you think from now, not in terms of actions, but of course related to that, but what are the most important changes in terms of at a cultural level or awareness raising, understanding of gender-related issues, modification of informal behaviors? I don't know. Did you record something?
I think it's like just when we did this, so mid-June we had Femi coming for the unconscious bias workshop.
Yeah, did you have audience?
70 people.
70? Wow! So you were worried and you were really engaged in finding solutions.
Yeah, it was nice because I engaged postdoc, and they helped me, and we had a campaign with posters, and then we ended up having 70 people in the room. So it's really good.
Were you there?
Yeah.
And did you like it?
Yeah, it was really nice.
So, no, because everybody says that it's really good.
It was interactive, and people were laughing, asking questions, so it's not that they were there for 1 hour and a half and nothing. No, it's just, so I think it went good, and after I talked with few people because we had the party after, and they really like it, and they make them think, about bias, no? So I think it's good. The only thing I had a lot of comments about the implicit test, that people they think, but I think it's a fact to be also scientists, that, because for them, and I can understand, it's more like you have more like this instruction, and depending your personality, if you just follow instruction, it's not that you're not gonna be biased, for example. It's just you follow the instructions that they give you to the test. And they said also, a lot of them, that the fact that they associate anyway the woman with the family first and the man with a career, so then you just, you kind of force a bit the bias. Or it's biased.
Sometimes it happens that it is the other way around. So you start with the counter stereotyped assumption. But I think it is more frequent that you start with the association of family with,
So for this we had critics that they don't think the test is
reliable.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That is really true if you are biased or not. But the fact to take it, the fact to talk about it, the fact to have a workshop, then you think about your bias. And of course we had like some people, and I agree with them to say, but is it gonna be only about gender, or are we gonna have other bias? Because even the female here, they have sometimes like, we are, okay, stop talking about this gender, and we are biased for a lot of things. Not gender is not only the focus.
Okay. So you think that in terms of awareness, that had an impact anyway?
Yeah.
On the bias thing. Why? And didn't the recruitment related process had an impact in terms of awareness, understanding of gender issues, etc., on people who were involved?
I was involved.
Yes, okay. But then some PIs were involved.
For the recruitment, for the job ad, and
no, for the Marie Curie with the new process.
Yes, the PI who agreed to, but
that was not so.
I think we are aware about this leak. It's not something new.
Okay.
So we all know that it's been a while that we don't have enough female, and also University of Copenhagen, it's been a few years now that they have this action plan, to try to have more women at the management level. So it's not something new. It's not coming from Libra.
Okay, sure. Now, after some time, so with respect to how it was for the last interview, to what extent do you think that people now knows the level of just knowing about the existence and aim of Libra? I mean, maybe it's different for the young researchers or PIs or men and women? I don't know.
I don't know. As a PIs, they all know about Libra. This is for sure. No, I think they are quite. Because when we advertise this workshop, it's for Libra, and actually we had an introduction from Anas, because it was the first time he was talking as an interim director to the institute, and he did a pretty good introduction of Libra and the importance, and so now I think people, they are aware about.
I think at that level, it was. And did you have? Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure they know that we have this sex and dimension.
Of course.
In the proposal or something, but they know. And we had the staff survey hanging out for a while. Now I removed them because even me, I was kind of sick to see the post. Okay, it's okay.
Enough.
So they were there for at least a year now. So I think like you can ask and.
Yeah. Okay. And based on your contacts with people who were not directly involved, in the team, etc., what do you think? But you already said something about this anyway. But what do you think researchers at the institute feel about the project as a general attitude? Or there are different attitudes of different that you met in talking with people?
I think some of them are kind of, like I said, no, it's when I ask people to help me for this unconscious bias to organize. Actually, I was surprised. It was easy to find.
This was with the postdocs?
Yeah, it was postdocs and PhD.
Mm-hmm.
It was easy to have them on board. I didn't have to, we were few in the meeting, but it was very easy to find people, and they think that. And they said that they think it's important to have this kind of event, and because I said that I'm afraid people will not come, and say no, I don't think so. I think people, they are at least it's always someone reporting for someone else, no? But they had the feeling that no, it was well received to have this kind of events, and then of course sometimes you have some, and even this girl was saying that they are a little bit as a woman. Sometimes fed up to just hear about this gender, and because then they had the feeling that sometimes people, they just put them down a little bit, no, not at the same level. Oh, you're a woman, so don't worry, we will help you. We have this gender issue, and then they don't see themselves as recognized at the right level they are, no?
Yeah. And this is a common attitude in Denmark, particularly.
Well, the first part, I would say, it's good to raise this awareness, but. Okay, we have bias, like we have international institutes with 60% of people coming from other places, so they were actually interesting to hear about the bias, cultural bias, and not like the sex.
Excuse me, just to know, the workshop with Femi was also about bias in general, or totally just on gender?
Focused on gender and a little bit on race.
Okay.
Since she's a woman and black, it's easy for her to.
Of course, to be intersectional.
Yeah. So it was this.
Okay, and now instead, from the point of view, what do you think will be the legacy of Libra? What will remain of Libra after the end of the project?
I think as a way as recruitment, because the job ad template would stay after the project. Then we will see how it goes for these 2 Marie Curie program, at least one that now it's funded. How it goes, and how is the feeling about the way of recruiting people that way. So I hope it could be used later for PI.
Mm-hmm. For PIs, yeah, that will be the big step.
Exactly, but then it's already a start, and I think this will stay. Like to have really this search committee, because once I had a discussion with one PI, also was a little bit skeptical, and it was about this ratio, and said, it will force you to have a search committee to look really for people. But we have our collaborators, we know, yeah, but it's like it's shown everywhere, no? When you write a paper, who do you cite? You cite your friend, and usually they are men, so then the women are less visible and things like that. So I say, if you increase the fact that yes, you really need to search for the good candidate, then you will increase excellence at the institute. It's not that you're going to hire